And then when I turned my back, he was just gone out of thin air. It can't be anything else, can it, Doc? I just have a feeling that if I don't try figuring this out now, that it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. Do you have any idea on how to fix this, Doc? Oh, I get it. Because every single time I interact with gold, this voice or figure appears inside my head. So the best possible solution is to try not interacting with gold as much as I physically can to diminish this one voice and this one figure to the point of pretty much obscurity of these two figures. True words of wisdom. I can't thank you enough, Doc. Have a good day. That doctor does wonders to the brain. But yeah, everything related to the G word, we can't interact with it. We have to try not interacting with any of that types of stuff at all for a little while. Which means I can't even eat these things. Oh well, at least I got plenty of bread from my villagers. I love the taste of carbs. But anyways, our plan today actually revolves around the surface of our one pit. Because my original idea was that this surface area was going to be very, I guess, overgrown with foliage and things like that. And as of right now, it's just very overgrown and filled with, chests and fences and parrots and skeleton horses and everything else that doesn't equivalent to what I was going for. So why don't we try changing that up a little bit today? And so I think before anything else, we should actually work on a top for this one pit now. Wait, I have my okay, I have a totem in my hand. I'm having a totem in my hand. Just wanted to make sure so we don't have any more incidents like before. And while I am building up a top for this one thing, I think at the top I still do want to have like a big hole as an opening up here. Mainly because I kind of like having the option of flying down there or using a portal or using the waterways or just having as many options and going up and down this one pit as I can. Okay, this might look a little bit messy to you, but don't judge an unfinished build. We still got plenty of things to put in, such as the glass ceiling. Also, it's been a while since I've had to do this, but I am sort of freestyling a little bit. Is that the right terminology anymore? Freestyling? Sounds like something someone would say from 1985 or something like that. I guess what I'm doing is I am just building, placing down blocks, have no idea what it's going to eventually look like, but hoping it's going to look pretty good. I think that'll catch on way more than freestyling. You know what? I think freestyling might have been a better word for this because, this doesn't really look that good right now. You know what? Forget the top, we'll worry about that later, and instead we'll worry about down here. Because I guess my idea for down here is I kind of want to have, legs going off from this one center circle. I guess to sort of kind of link up with our little hallway down there too. Though, I don't think we have enough room for a leg on this side. Okay, I still think 3 legs could work. Oh wait, I just noticed I picked up this thing from a zombie. Gotta get rid of that quick. Are we good? Are we good? Okay, I think we're good there. I think we're good. Jeez, I gotta be a little more careful right now. Like, I don't know how much it'll take, but it's physically possible that, like, any time I do anything with the G word, that figure and that voice could pop back up. Actually, now that I think about it, what is my crown actually made out of? I mean, I don't think it's made out of you-know-what, but you never know. Oh, this isn't gonna be pretty. Well, there's a reason I wear that crown, because I look very boring now. Well, I gotta have something on my head, so I might as well just put my netherite helmet back on. But anyways, I don't want to drag out the building process of this one center structure, so let's focus in and get properly to work to finish this thing up. One building session later, and we built up this entirety of the top surface of this one pit. And as you can see, I tried incorporating a little bit of clay as what we've had down there up here, as well as incorporating some blocks that James actually used for over here. I tried incorporating some quartz, but it just didn't look that well, but I think the clay I used still manages to work out. Also, because we didn't have enough room on this one side to build in any legs, what I actually instead did was actually build in this one entranceway right here. And I think eventually at some point I will be putting in the same piston door I built down there up here. But yeah, at least as of right now, I'm actually pretty happy with it. Oh, and another thing, I didn't have these little clay bits around the edge, which made it look very, very off and not like exactly what it was supposed to. So I had to try adding something in on the sides just to make it feel a little less, I guess, squashed is the word I would use. But if you notice, there's certain parts that's sort of defying physics a little bit, so we might have to work on that next. And I think just this side will be relatively flat. I mean, I'm not planning on doing too much terraforming wise, apart from just filling in this one big hole and gap right here. But I do want to do a little bit of terraforming in terms of, I guess, foliage and things like that around the place, just to make it seem really overgrown over here. And in case you're ever trying to build out any terrain yourself, what I'd recommend you try doing is just laying out sort of an outline of the terrain and where you'd actually want it to be. Something like this, and then at the end you just fill in all like this. And I guess also, don't try making it completely, I guess, curved or anything. Make it feel natural in some way. And literally after I say that, I end up with this flat monstrosity of terrain. But oh well, I'm sure overgrowing it a little bit will help it out. And I have no exact goal as to what I want this place to eventually end up looking like, but I guess I want this this one pit area, this one structure and everything to feel like it's been plunked down in the center of a whole bunch of, I guess, natural forests and jungles and everything like that. And well, to be fair, it kind of was, but I guess to try and make it feel like it's been here for quite a decent length of time too. So I'm not gonna overdo this, but maybe a few vines on here might help. Oh yeah, and I got a couple sacks of podzol, and maybe just adding in splodges like these around the place might help too. And a lot more greenery placed later, and we have this amount of, I guess, foliage all around the place. And while I think it'd be overgrown even more, I think as of right now, you know, it does the job. It gets the job done. Also, I've left a pretty decent sized opening right here because I think I want to have a path leading around it and possibly even linking up to other people's base around the realm. And also, I've only done pretty much this side right now because as of right now, the other sides are pretty close to James's area, and I don't know what he wants to do with all this stuff. And along with that, this side is an absolute mess right now, so I can't really do much with this right now. You know what, actually, well, what am I saying? I could just clean it up a little bit. I mean, honestly, I think these pens haven't been used, like, ever. Ooh, but the chests also with, tons and tons of different types of blocks and stuff around the place would be kind of tricky to move right now. You know what, at least for right now, we'll do light terraforming. We'll do light, natural forming over here on this side right now. Because honestly, moving all the items from these chests, gotta be an absolute pain. But to try and solve my laziness a little bit with moving the chest, I decided to just build up as much foliage as I possibly can, just to try and hide it just a little bit. So like, it's obviously there, but it's not as obvious as what it would normally be. But now that we've done all this, let's add in some paths, maybe connecting to some other people's base. And I think I want to add in like other types of blocks in here, but I think for right now I'll just use like the main path block. Stupid forest getting my way of pathing. From the looks of things, the majority of trees managed to move out of my way, which means we have our path linking up from my base to Lydia's. Oh dear, and that's just another portal. That's just another portal, and uh-oh. But okay, the paths are in place, but just something feels missing to them. Something feels off. Maybe what I could try doing is mixing in some polished andesite around the place on the path, just to try making it seem a little more official right here, rather than just being some paths laid around this one very futuristic build. You know what? That actually does add to the environment of this one place. Feels much more official now, actually. Though, now that I think about it, I don't think this sort of style is going to work for Lydia's base, so maybe we have to do something else over there. Well, I mean, a lot of Lydia's and Effie's base is really open and built out of wood, so maybe we should incorporate some oak or some spruce or something like that over here. But yeah, there's a reason why I didn't go all the way up to her base. Yeah, I didn't only up to her one creeper farm. Oh, well, that's just, okay, it's fine. I could fix this, and no one will know. In case anyone asks, there was a horde of Endermen that stole tons of dirt, and I just replaced it all. Might be easier just to tell the truth, but oh well. But you know what? At the very least, we managed to get these paths pretty much completed down. And honestly, I love just how natural it feels when just looking around it and flying around it. And I have plenty more ideas as to what I could do down here, but I think I'll save it for another day. Because for now, I want to head back up here to work just a little bit more on this spaceship today. Now, I kind of want to do another mega episode, maybe next episode, but right now, because I don't have the most amount of time, I want to at least get, you know, just a few little things here and there completed. And there's only one way to do that: time lapse. One very quick time lapse later, and now we have pretty much the exact same thing we had on this side, but just replicated over here on this side. And yeah, pretty much everything we saw on that one side, the hallway, the glass, even the bed probably, is all pretty much exactly the same as what we've seen on that other side. And honestly, looking at it from up here just gives you a really good idea as to how much more progress we're actually going to have to do. We have to cover up this bit, we have to cover up this mega structure up here, we have to cover up all of this back here. We have a very lot of work to do on this one spaceship, which is why once again I'll probably do a mega episode next video to possibly try and finish up the spaceship, or at least the main shell part of it. And now that I say that, it's probably not gonna happen, but I'm at least gonna try, But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. It's good to be back here.